Hey everyone, I'm Austin, and this is Sad Boys Anime. This week, we're talking about Bleach. Before I get into it, let me just say, if you're enjoying my content, go ahead and like this video. Consider subscribing as well. Remember, I post weekly on Mondays. This is going to be a shorter video than usual since I'm talking about my own experience rather than a review, so let me know what y'all think of it. Okay, so Bleach. One of the big boys in OG shonen style anime. Do I even have to explain? Ichigo Kurosaki was honestly one of my first crushes growing up. I loved all of the character designs. The roster of characters is freaking huge. Let's look it up really quick. Well, we definitely don't have time for all of that, so how about the main characters? I guess we could narrow it down to Ichigo and Rukia as the main two and move down to Renji, Orihime, Chad, and Uryu as the main supporting cast. But this honestly varies so much depending on the episode, and once you get into the Soul Society, things get way more complicated from there. I'm going into this video assuming most people watching know about Bleach, so I'm not getting into my usual plot synopsis. I just want to talk about what Bleach means to me and why I love it. When I was younger, my parents really encouraged me to read. So we would go to Borders, and when Borders closed, Barnes & Noble. When I first started getting into anime and I realized that manga was a thing, I remember going to the bookstore and getting to pick out one manga. It was always super exciting. I would keep track of what number I was on to make sure I would get the next one. Bleach is one of those I would pick up every time. I didn't get too far in the manga because we didn't go to the bookstore that often, and if they were missing the next volume I needed, I'd have to get something else. I remember when I first got into the manga, I thought Taite Kubo was pronounced Tight Kubo. I literally had no idea how to pronounce Japanese words, and I didn't until I took a Japanese class in high school, and I realized I was wrong for so many years. I just thought it was really cool to watch the anime and then go back and read the chapters that episode was inspired by, and see all the differences. Nowadays, it's a lot harder for me to get myself to watch shows that are so long, but back then I had way more time on my hands. I would get home and watch Bleach on websites like animefreak.tv. I think this winter banner of Ichigo, Luffy, and Naruto is just permanently ingrained in my mind. Oh, and Mega Video. How many times did I see the "you've used your 72 minutes of watch time" screen? Those were the days. Do y'all remember the chats at the bottom of the videos? Man, what a time. But that was just the culture. All the role plays and cringe going on in those chats with the occasional user asking an actual question about a particular anime, only to get lost by the several chats a second pouring by. It's all pretty wild to think that this wasn't really that long ago. In middle school, I made a few friends who would watch anime, but we were all pretty low-key about it. I was a really nerdy kid, but so were the people I surrounded myself with, so it was honestly okay. There was a point where I used to wear anime shirts all the time. Looking back at old me just feels so cringy and awkward. The thing is, just the other day I saw this girl wearing an Evangelion t-shirt, and she looked great. It was just a basic t-shirt with the print on the front. These shirts are so normal now, and aren't seen as cringy. I don't know, I guess times have really changed a lot, and with the culture shifting, and anime becoming more popular, these things have a completely different vibe now. But anyway, back to Bleach. Like I said before, there are so many characters in this show. But all of these characters were so cool to me. Put any person on screen and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that one. I may not know their name or anything about them, but I can recognize most of the designs. It's pretty cool to see that. I really like these big rosters because there's just so much to look at. You get to experience the world through the variety of characters. You see the humans, the Soul Reapers, Quincy's, Menos Grande, Hollows. All of them just look so different depending on where they're from. The world building in this show is so subtle, yet makes so much sense. You find out more and more through the eyes of Ichigo as he finds out more and more. I particularly liked the Arrancars, specifically Nell and Grimjow. When Nell transformed into her adult form, oh lordy. Whenever Grimjow was on screen, big oof. I'm too gay for this, y'all. Another thing, when Ichigo would go into his hollow form and go crazy and couldn't control it, that was so freaking cool. Like, y'all, look at this. Tell me this isn't badass, okay? Side note, I liked when Naruto did this too, and anyone else in anime. I love this motif a lot. It's really fun. I really enjoy so many types of food, music, and entertainment. Even if it's in a language I don't speak, I can still enjoy it. Bleach was able to integrate Spanish, English, and Japanese together in a way that just made so much sense to me as a kid. Being immersed in a variety of different languages and cultures from when you are really young opens up the way you view the world, and for me, anime is one of the many things that aided to that. I think this show really inspired me to be more of a creative person. I would try and draw some of the characters and even come up with OCs. Emphasis on try. This also got me into writing when I realized I was more interested in coming up with my own characters. So if you like this video, you can thank Bleach. If you don't, well, you know who to blame. Anyway, that's it for this video. What was your favorite anime growing up? Comment down below. Let me know what you thought, and remember to like and subscribe. See y'all next week. Happy Halloween, y'all.